Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I will be showing you how to make a proper race car in CPM2. Now you can do this with a setup you like or that you want. This is just my preferred setup. Now if we go into engine, I have the CTPA engine. Everything's maxed as it can go. Everything is maxed as you can see. Now here's my gear ratios. You can screenshot this and use it if you want. It's very good. It hits up to 490 kilometers per hour. Here's my LSD settings. You can mess around with the LSD a bit. I just haven't messed around because it works so well for me, but you should get better performance if you just play around and see what works for you. Now I have the electronic LSD. The electronic and active M are the two best ones for racing. LSD 2-way, 1-way, all the rest except for Torsen and Open are better for drifting and drag racing, which will I show in another video. Now when we go into suspension, here is my setup. You can copy it, tune it, whatever you want. This is just what works for me. The spacers don't really matter much. It's just to make the car look better for me and to make it more stable around corners. Here in this anti-roll bars, I actually need to fix this. Hang on. Always put your front sway bar slightly less or marginally less than the rear one. I say this because it increases the grip in the front as soon as you turn. So the moment you turn, you have better turning ability instead of just having no car roll. Now I do have air suspension, but what you want to do with said suspension, you can do this on normal springs even. I just like air suspension, but put the front as stiff as possible with the rear as low as possible without it clipping into the ground. The rear you want as soft as possible in the rear without it scraping into the ground, because on certain circuits there are places where it clips into the ground and it sends you flying, so just be aware of that. And these are my shock absorber settings. The rear are a bit softer, so like I said, it doesn't jump around as much in the rear because it is rear wheel drive. This is all settings for rear wheel drive. Now go over here. I am on E85 fuel, but a warning, it does not last very long on high horsepower engines like my engine currently, even stock. If you want to know what stock boost is, just press the reset button. There we go. 36 horsepower, 2,180 foot-pounds. Now, visual tuning. The tire does matter. When you plan on doing the racing event, you go to setting number 2, not 3, number 2, as it provides the most grip in the game. I'll show you now how it works. And then brakes, you want brakes to fit into your rims, obviously. So let me show you how to do that. We're gonna go down to 400 brake sizes. As you see, they fit into the wheels now. And brake calipers, you do need to upgrade these based on what you need. So like if you have light performance, you can go full, but it's gonna stop like almost instantly. But if you don't want a more realistic effect, you can always go for this for 500 to 600 horsepower, yellow one for 1000 to 1200, 1300 to 1700 on this red ones, 2,000 for this, and anything above 2,000. But I prefer the red ones, but I don't have the coins, as you can see now. So we're gonna go with the stock one. We're just gonna put it at max. Okay, and let me show you how the racing works now. Let's disable that. And do remember, a lot of things in the game actually adds weight. Like if we look at the engine we have, you can see 206 kilometers on it already and 206 kilograms. So if we go to another engine, this one is 199 kilograms, this one is 252 kilograms. All this adds effects on your steering and your performance. I just chose the CTPA because it is 1, powerful, 2, reliable, and 3, doesn't affect that much to the stock performance. So let's go to racing mode, racetrack, select. Now this is another thing you can do to grind coins. If you do this 10 days in a row, you can get the exact same car, but you can get 1,000 coins per day and 600,000 money per day. Now honestly, it's more worth it doing this just for the coins, the money you can get from buying businesses online. And the best way to earn money as fast as possible is track 3 with this build. So we're gonna start it. Now I will say I'm not the best at racing. I'm okay with it. I can avoid crashing the whole time and everything. But still, that's a big skill. This is why the braking got worse. When you up the tire pressure, you significantly how to have gotten the penalties of the few guys who grind the racing midfield, I would have been 15 seconds ahead of the which is actually insane considering they're 5 and 20. And the tip for people who do United, you saw how long the gap to get out to waiting for the but yeah, that was the best racing car in the game for me personally. So be on the lookout for the cheapest racing car I can make. Bit of a spoiler alert. You can have 100,000 and you can still do it. Okay, see you guys in the next one.